against Enrique Orozco last December.
That was as tough and as highly competitive a fight as I think we've seen up in Las Vegas. It was toe-to-toe for 12, 13 rounds. Unbelievable battles. Johnson finally knocking Orozco out. And anybody that's able to go the distance with Orozco certainly merits some close attention. And Rios checks into the ring now as he gets ready for this fight against Johnson. All right, Jimmy, if you will, please mark Too Sharp Johnson.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent making his way to the ring. Please welcome the #1 ranked flyweight contender in the world. Here is Mark Too Sharp Johnson.
Not only is he a popular figure here in Los Angeles, he's a magnificent fighter. And if there is a Santa Claus, why, this guy deserves a championship fight. And I don't know how anybody could ignore him, even though the WBA continues to do so, which is petty politics in capital letters.
Well, these organizations all have their own agendas. Nothing could be more demonstrated than by the IBF's ridiculous ranking of France, both for the #1 contender in the heavyweight ranks and actually having him fight for the heavyweight title in really quite a strange bit of circumstances last week.
Almost a fiasco in Stuttgart, Germany, yeah. Johnson climbs in. He has won 26 in a row. His professional career started when he was overmatched and he lost a fight to an Irishman in Northern Ireland. He climbs into the ring and looks beautiful. He's got a new outfit every time we've seen him, and he's...
Okay, this is not a low blow here, Mark, so this is North Bajo. Right here is the line, okay? Give me a good, clean fight. And then buena, limpia, pelea, shake hands, and good luck.
All right, we check the tail of the tape. Marcellus, Joseph, Mark Too Sharp Johnson, 5'3", Rios the same. They both weighed 112. Johnson is 6 years younger and has 5 inches in the reach department and perhaps a mile of skill over Rios, although we won't know for sure until we see them both in action. Mark Too Sharp Johnson dances to the center of the ring. They touch gloves, scheduled for 10, and away we go. It is really hard not to like this kid, Rich. He has got a great personality, and he's been a magnificent fighter.
Well, he has become a complete package in the ring, Tom, and his gregarious personality and his good looks, I think, makes him the most marketable figure in the world of boxing right now. Rios, Tom, has been fighting bigger fighters. His last fight, he lost a 10-round decision to Johnny Tapia, world champion. We saw him in a rousing 10-rounder, and in fact, he really gave Cecilio Torito Espino, who at the time was ranked #1 in the world, he gave him 10 rounds of hell at State Line, Nevada this summer. So this is not a bad fighter. And in fact, we have mentioned and documented for you that he knocked out Enrique Orozco in 1 round last year.
Well, with a credential like that, one must be ever wary, and I'm sure that Too Sharp Johnson understands that. His fight with Enrique Orozco was really a war in Las Vegas, and we were there for that, and it truly was an unbelievably good fight. Johnson, of course, has been all but ignored by the WBA. He's the #1 ranked contender for super flyweight honors at 112 pounds. Yuri Arbatchikov is the WBC champ. Danny Romero has the IBF title. Jimenez has got the WBO championship. I want you to think about those 3 guys for a moment, Rich. And if you were Johnson and offered a title shot, which one would you jump at? And how do you think you'd fare against him?
Well, of course, Danny Romero is a complete question mark right now, Tom, as far as his career is going, although he is supposed to return. I think that would be the most outstanding fight. I think that would be a classic battle, because I have a lot of respect for Romero. Of course, he's coming off that injury to the eye. We'd have to see about that. Give me the other...
Arbatchikov, the WBC champion.
He's well respected by many people, Arbatchikov. He appears in a lot of top 10 pound-for-pound.
I've never seen him fight.
We never see him over here, so it's hard to tell really what he has.
And how about Jimenez, Alberto Jimenez? He's the WBO champion.
Well, of course, Mark's already beaten him. That was the fight where Mark made his first big splash over here at the Forum. Alberto Jimenez. Look at that boxing work by Mark Too Sharp. He was the #1 ranked contender at the time, and Mark Too Sharp Johnson scored a split decision victory over him. So obviously, if he could get him into the ring, it would be he would have to probably go into the ring as a favorite over the champion.
Well, it truly points up the vagaries of boxing that a man with this talent and this kind of skill is unable to get in and get a chance to fight for a title. Round one has been an exciting one so far.
Yes, and we're seeing a little more boxing tonight from Too Sharp, but look at the speed of his punches.
Round one coming to a close. We'll be back with more.
Turn it up, turn it up. Feel like
Two scheduled for 10. Larry Rosadilla, the third man in the ring. Mark Johnson in the black trunks trimmed with gold and bright red stripes. In the red trunks trimmed with white, we've got Raul Rios out of Culiacan, Mexico. And Too Sharp Johnson is out of Washington, D.C.
Mark over the last year has exhibited more of a tendency to mix it up and become a brawler, and it's made him even more popular with fans. But tonight, you know, he boxed very well in that first round. That was a brilliant boxing clinic he put on in that first round.
He's capable of doing it, and he has almost to answer his critic. Boy, he got nailed with a right hand and may have gotten hurt. Rios hit him with a solid right hand, and Johnson is going to have to call on his boxing skills.
Yeah, he's holding on here and collecting himself, Tom. Shades of his fight with Leon Salazar earlier in the year when he was rocked in the second round of that fight.
Well, we kind of poo-pooed the ability of Rios, but it's obvious when he can knock out Orozco, he has got a punch to be reckoned with, and Johnson is going to have to use his boxing skills rather than stand in a real slugfest with Rios. Although I think Johnson's skills both as a fighter and a boxer are considerable, and he's teeing off on Rios now, who seems to have a pretty good chin. Got nailed with a right hand.
That was a good short right in close by Mark Johnson. Oh, man, what speed.
And another right hand.
He looks really sharp, Tom. His punches are stinging tonight.
He is going to have to protect against that right hand by Rios as he drops another right hand on the jaw of Rios. This is round number 2. He got nailed at Johnson with a right hand, but he has come back to his punching pinpoint accuracy, sharp. Nails Rios. He's got Rios in trouble, I think. Teeing off on him now.
Remember, now Rios went the distance with Johnny Tapia, the 115-pound world champion in his last fight who can punch. He went the distance with Torito Espino, the number 115-pound contender. And yet here he's being rocked now badly by Johnson.
Larry Rosadilla, the third man in the ring, for my money, always gets too close to the fighters. Rosadilla acts almost as though he wants to get between them. Let him fight. Chopping right hand by Johnson. Another right, another left. Another right hand by Johnson. Another right. I tell you, Rios is one tough customer.
This is a sensational round of boxing.
Round 2. And Johnson with pinpoint accuracy. He's got Rios catching almost everything and Johnson nailing him. And what a chin Rios has got.
Unbelievable action, Tom. Wow.
I guess. They all but come out and drag Rios back to his corner.
Rios was also having trouble, as the fighter in the previous bout did, with his traction, Tom. He was sliding all over the ring.
baby!
Get him.
Oh, we need speed!
You double it to the body, to the
Both
head.
fighters had their moments. Now take a look. Look at that right hand from Rios. Rocks Mark Too Sharp Johnson. Staggers him back a couple of feet. Mark had to hold on to collect himself after that. But later on in the round, it was all Mark Too Sharp Johnson. He loaded up with combinations. Look at that uppercut come in. He was throwing punches from all angles, making it very difficult on Rios. Many of the punches were landing cleanly. Many of them just glancing blows. But he was throwing a lot of punches. Nothing, oh boy, was that clean. That left hook and came in strong and hard. And Rios had trouble surviving in that last 30 seconds. And this is a guy with a known ability to take a punch.
Boy, I tell you, he obviously can take a punch. Out they come for round 3. Johnson tested his chin. And I tell you, Rios has got it dandy. Johnson throwing a raft of punches now, trying to back Rios up. Rios wild and Johnson very accurate. And Rios, he is tough if nothing else. I mean tough.
Unreal action. Look at the fans. They're all unbelievable. If you go back about 5-10 rows all the way up to the balcony, they're on their feet.
Did you notice Rios, as he was separated, pushed Rosadilla out of the way? You know, he said, I didn't come in here to get my
He's sliding all over the place, and he was hit while he was down. He was hit while he was down by Too Sharp Johnson.
I don't think he's going to get up. He's not going to get up. I think Johnson caught him on the way down. I don't think he was able to stop the blow, to be honest with you. Johnson's coming over to see about Rios. Boy, I tell you, enough action in 2.5 rounds to last you a week.
Well, Tom, there was a flurry, and Rios was having trouble keeping his feet. His legs were sliding all over the place. He went down. Punches were being thrown. But still, when he got down, Johnson hit him another punch to the back of the head. All right, let's take a look at it now. Rios is punching. This is a sensational exchange that they had. And Rios is trying to back out of there finally. Trying to fight back at this point. Now you go down, actually, but there's the punch to the back of the head while he is down. There's no question he's hit while he was down. If we can keep it going, watch Rosadilla. He's hit while he was down. Watch Rosadilla. Keep it going. Rosadilla was saying at first no knockdown, but then he counted. Then he counted over him and did actually count him back. So we've got controversy here.
I wonder what constitutes a knockdown in Rosadilla's opinion. Man flat on the floor. We'll be back to find out about the ending to this one. Don't go away.
We have the time of 1 minute 6 seconds in round number 3. The winner by way of knockout, Mark Too Sharp Johnson.
Now the crowd is booing because Johnson did, as they all saw, land a punch to the back of the neck of Rios while he was on the deck.
Now we've got debris now being thrown and magazines and some ice and being thrown. What happened there, Tom? If you recall the fight with Terry Norris and Luis Santana, he also hit him after the bell one time and hit him an illegal punch another time and was disqualified. Maybe these fans were hoping for a disqualification, but that was not the case. Larry Rosadilla, as we take a look at Raul Rios getting the cheers of the crowd now, counted out Raul Rios, and it goes into the books as a KO.
Well, let's go to Fernando Paramo. He's up in the ring with both fighters. Fernando, will turn it over to you.
Another exciting fight, Mark.
Well, it's very exciting. First of all, I would like to just apologize to the fan if it was a bad intentional foul. I'm a person who like to keep boxing safe. And I like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that he is all right.
You have kept your composure even right now while the people are yelling.
Well, I have to keep my composure because I'm the uncrowned champion, and soon I'll be the world champion. And I just like to thank the guys at home, everybody in Two Shots Barbershop for keeping me focused. But if it was a fragrant foul on my part, I truly would like to apologize.
Okay, we're going to take a look at the at part of the action and lead us out. Well, apparently we don't have it at this point. Tell us as the fight was progressing. You got hit with the right hand. Did that really hurt you at all?
None of the shots hurt me. I was in tip-top shape with this fight. I was focused. As far as I was guaranteed, this was my world title shot. I worked in the gym with one of the best 140 pounders in the world, Daryl Turbo T. Tyson. He kept me on my toes. He kept me focused. And as you've seen, I outboxed him. I mean, I had fun in this fight. This one of the fights I really had fun, and there was no way in the world that he could beat me.
After the first couple of exchanges, it seemed like you can just take him apart anytime that you wanted, and you were doing that. What about that last punch?
Well, I was focused, and at the same token, the punch was in. It was coming down, and I never knew that his knee had hit the ground, but I was in the motion of throwing a punch. And like I said again, I would like to truly apologize to the fans and everybody in LA if it was a friggin' foul. But to all the guys back in Washington D.C. who've been helping me in the Two Shots Barbershop, everybody in Finley gyms in Washington, I'm coming home.
Okay, well, I guess the title shot is just a matter of time now. Good luck for another great performance, regardless, I guess, of what the people say, because you had the fight won.
Oh, thank you very much.
Right.
It was a great fight for me.
Okay.
And Rich and Tom, bye-bye.
Back to ringside.
Thank you, Mark. Our congratulations to you. Have a happy holiday season. And I believe this man when he said, I want to apologize if it was a flagrant foul. The crowd doesn't like him, he'll be a world champion.
It's coming by way of knockout